We smoke some D&D before we binge. My diet's strictly protein shakes and ramen, so we make sure to purge after we stretch. I'm still saying to this song wasn't true. I don't believe in it in fashion. I'm still saying to this song all about you. This is when I met your happens. My therapist confirms that I'm a victim. It's everyone around me that is bad. Using words like toxic and intention. And every session ends with this was rad. I'm just gonna say to you something isn't true. You're coming underneath the caption. I'm still saying to this all upon you. This is where I met heavens. Without my hands, my agent thinks it's slightly controversial. It's not good for the image of my band. I'm still saying to this thing isn't true. There ain't no breaking you with clouds out. I'm still saying to this all over you. This is where the magic happens. I have a friend who didn't think it's true. Good evening, everybody. song to keep you company for the ride. There's something wrong with your back in the middle of the day. So pretend I am still sitting at your side. And if you want to talk about all the differences, what attracts in a man, or if you've got reasons no one ever lets you say, well then fire away. Fire away. This one's going out to you on the day they let you out. For a million ways we ask if you're okay. 'Cause when you're into cheating, that is only gonna play into our doubts and be just half of what's behind each word you say. So if you finally wrote that heartbreak song that the experts never could, or if you just wanted someone to listen to you play, well then fire away. Fire away. Fire away. This one's going out to you. If you ever start to sin and you learn to read between these lines you've drawn, when what is wrong and what is right seems more like just the ocean and the ship, and the straight line that you follow here is gone. And if that same old fire comes and sweeps you up each time you spread your wings, I can at least love you through each stumble, shift, and sway. So fire away. Ah, fire away. Fire away. All right, we're gonna break the ice a little bit early. We'll cut the place in half. Everybody on this half of things, you guys are gonna sing along with Griff. It's gonna feel good. When you need someone to walk away from, when you need someone to let you in, and then over here we're gonna take the high harmony together. When someone to walk away from, when you need someone to let you in. All right, now you guys. more of the melody on this side. Much louder. Are you singing up there too? New York City, the Beacon Deer. How are we feeling? A Saturday night. We got a good night planned. We're gonna get real comfortable, real close, real vulnerable. Thanks for spending this evening with us. This is gonna be a good one. list of demands and money lines in the sand, trying out their separate lives. Most of the damage goes collateral. What's never inspired someday, baby? On all the principles of why all the people we love are the same ones we can also hate. You just roll with the punches until they feel me. You just roll with the punches. Oh yeah. The separation was logistical, deciding what belonged to who. How dying love manifests in a run on the chest, the decorations of the room. Most of the damage was preventable. Most of all the ones they made alone. What she finally forgave, what it takes to his grave, learning how not to love the phone. Just one of the punches until they fail to be. Just one of the punches. Oh yeah. The separation was a miracle. The bed of static right behind your eyes, but you filtered everything through without knowing you do. A past and future synchronized. You just walk with the punches until they fail to be. You just walk with the punches. Oh yeah. You just walk with the punches until you can feel the baby. You just walk with the punches. Oh yeah. Slowly as a yogi stretches out an unsafe park, I tiptoe toward the gravity of the predicament we're in. I'd prefer leaving tomorrow, sitting firmly in the dark, instead of facing one more tired vision of the end. 'Cause if that's the ballgame, if the experience complete, we won't stand around to watch it all come down. At least we got a front row seat. conversations all got too good to be true. This world can wax poetic about airborne toxic events. But I take the time that's left me and I'll give it all to you. 'Cause if that's the ball game, if the experience complete, we all stand around to watch it all come down. At least we got a front row seat. It's a curse to live in interesting times. Then wild and rocket butterflies as I peek over the ledge. You bring some popcorn, I'll bring some wine. Just don't pay for the whole seat if all you needed was the edge. 'Cause if that's the ball game, if they experience complete, we won't stand around to watch it all burn down. At least we got a front row seat. At least we got a front row seat. At least we got a front row seat. Thank you, everybody. Have y'all got around to listening to the new album, the old Brother album? All right, I knew I could count on you. That song is actually hitting a little different. It came out in October. Now I'm singing it in April of 2025 after all the things that have been going on. It's the mood of the song feels a little bit different. But I do want to say that all the craziness that my brother, my city, we're all dealing with. I just didn't anticipate the love from the Dawes family to be so ferocious. And it means more to me than I'll ever know how to say. But it just felt like, this goes beyond just some concerts and some songs. Like, I feel like we're in this thing together, and I feel so loved, and I love you guys. So thank you all so much for being there for us. It's been a crazy time. My friends don't seem to know me, but I must suitcase in my hand. And when I'm standing still, I seem to disappear. But maybe that's how I found you. Maybe that taught me exactly what I want. Maybe meeting you this far away from home is what makes it all so clear. But you got that special kind of sadness. You got that tragic set of charms that only comes from time spent in Los Angeles. Makes me wanna wrap you in my arms. People ask me where I come from to see what it says about a man. I only end up giving bad directions and never leaving there at all. It's something written in the headlights. It is something swimming in my drink. And if I were to move, it would be exactly where I'd fall. 'Cause you got that special kind of sadness. You got that tragic set of charms that only comes from time spent in Los Angeles. Makes me wanna wrap you in my arms. I used to think someone would love me for all these places that I've been and the dirt that I've been gathering deep beneath my nails. But now I'm moved, I've been missing, and I'm going home to make it mine. And I'll be battling the hatches and pulling at the sails. 'Cause you got that special kind of sadness. You got that tragic set of charms that only comes from time spent in Los Angeles. Makes me wanna wrap you in my arms. You got that special kind of sadness. You got that tragic set of charms that only comes from time spent in Los like a kid. I just learned what NASDAQ meant, but I still feel like a kid. My whole week's booked with dinner plans, but I still feel like a kid. I'm about to be a married man, but I still feel like a kid. Still feel like a kid. Still feel like a kid. I can't stay out past midnight anymore, but I still feel like a kid. There's always part of me that's a little bit sore, but I still feel like a kid. I love the music from the ice cream band. I still feel like a kid. I am a singer in a rock and roll band. Still feel like a kid. Still feel like a kid. I go 3 times around a revolving door. Makes me still feel like a kid. I love the music from the ice cream band. Makes me still feel like a kid. I am a singer in a rock and roll band, 'cause I still feel like a kid. Still feel like a kid. How are we feeling, everybody? Thank you. So this is night 4 for a 3-week run we're on right now. So we're just kind of kicking it off. It's nice to hit this place early, get the blood flowing. But back home 2 days ago, it was my wife's birthday, and I wasn't in town for it. And then she decided to come out here and hang out with me while I was in New York. So I'm gonna sing this song for her now. When I was wrong, man. Even when I knew it in my bones, I always thought that meant I was a strong man. And I wondered why I was alone. That's when she stepped out of the ether, right when I was ready for a dance. She said, I don't know what I am doing either, but I know when to take a chance. I never knew how to be scared till I found something I knew I couldn't lose. A little revelation trembled from the tip of my own tongue, and like the last few boys at the Alamo, like you at home in that stereo, or what Juliet is from Romeo. I'm never gonna say goodbye. There's not a way to someone's heart that she can't see. She lives and loves with everything she's got. My dark days showed me how to ask why me. She showed me how to ask why not. She keeps a hopeful eye upon the future. She finds a way to share that hope with me. And a few times that she's met some sort of failure, she wins a little back by laughing at defeat. I never knew what life could be, so it stands to reason why I won't go back. And now a revelation trembles from the bottom of my heart, and like a stock exchange for the billionaires, like a convert singing his morning prayers, all the scientists to the polar bears. I'm never gonna say goodbye. Like those last few boys at the Alamo, like yous at home in that stereo, or what Juliet is for Romeo. I'm never gonna say, don't make me say, I'm never gonna say goodbye. polish up the prison. Find out which one is still declared. You can polish up your prisons. Send all your critics good. You see Queen of the Rainbow. I used to get in your way, but you're still winning tables on someone else's cafe. A living God, if it rallies up the troops, you can reinstate the firing squad, lace up your combat boots. Your vitals are stable in your stupid parade, but you're still in the tables. Someone else's cafe. Make them call you Beelzebub. You could make them call you Chief. Make some face paint out of baby blood. Wear a necklace made of teeth. You could be living available in your one-man parade, but you're still waiting tables in someone else's cafe. From the rocket cradle to the table, we're all waiting tables in someone else's cafe. There were moments of dreams, I was always free. I lived less like a worker, more like a slave. I thought that one quick moment that was noble or brave would be worth it for most of my life. So I pointed my finger, shouted a few quotes I knew, as if something that's written should be taken as true. But every path that I'd taken, or conclusion I drew, would put truth back under the knife. And now the only piece of advice that continues to help is anyone that's making anything new, only break something else. When my time comes, so I took what I wanted, put it out of my reach. I wanted to pay for my success with all my defeats. And if heaven was all that was promised to me, why don't I pray for death? 'Cause now it seems like the unraveling started too soon, and I'm sleeping in hallways, drinking perfume, and speaking of memories, hiding at moves, while the worse and worse it gets. You can judge the whole world on the sparkle that you think it matters. You can stare into the abyss, but it's staring right back. When my time comes, you can judge the whole world on the sparkle that you think it lacks. You can stare into the abyss, but it's staring right back. Talking about it earlier today. The first time we played here, I think, was in I'm not sure if it was 2016 or 2018, but 16, that's what I thought. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want someone to correct me, but 2016, first time we played here, it's 2025 now, and to think that we've still maintained this love affair, this relationship that we got going, where you let us play all the cool instruments we want while we share our deepest, darkest secrets, our most impossible feelings on levels where we can all kind of relate to each other. It's a miracle. And we're so grateful that we're still doing this thing together. It's a little bit what this next song's about, although it's the more cynical perspective. But we're gonna let Griff sing this one for us. get the boys back in town. will be. Lately I've had trouble everywhere, but as much as I resist the conversation between the river and the freeway, I know it's always there. I know it's always there. I know it's always there. On guitar. A lot of you guys travel to be here today. Feel like, I guess now that I have kids of my own, I realize a little more clearly what it really takes to get out of the house. And so it's not lost on us, the sacrifices and the investments that need to be made to be here. It's a whole thing. We're all staying out way later than we all planned. And so I just want to say how thankful we are for that. And this song is for you guys. It's for people that know how to live. How to show up at the Beacon Theater on a Saturday night and take advantage of the time they got here on this planet. The song is called House Parties. days at the beach can feel more like just sitting around. live near a few. If you want the real thing, you know what you gotta do. House parties and local bands, someone getting a goddamn friends. How can you possibly stand there after all he's done? So forget about Pablo, yeah. Starting out in the summer rain. House parties and local bands, that's where I belong. House parties and local bands, that's where I belong. You guys still see me? Come up here. With his back against the San Francisco traffic, on the bridge's side that faces towards the jail, setting out to join the demographic. He holds his first leg up over the rail. Then a phone call's made and police cars show up quickly, and the sergeant slams his passenger door. He says, "Hey kid, why don't you talk through this with me? Just tell me what you're doing it for." Oh, it's a little bit of everything. It's the mountains, it's the fall, it's the news at 6 o'clock, it's the death of my first dog, it's the angels up above me, it's a song that they don't sing, it's a little bit of everything. Somewhere a pretty girl is writing invitations for her wedding that she has scheduled in. Wait, it's wrong verse. There's an old man who stands in an elevator. He is smiling and he's holding out his plate. And the further that he looks back into his timeline, that hard road always led him to today. He's making up for when his bright future just left him. He's making up for the fact that his only son is gone. Letting everything out once his server asks him, "Sir, have you figured out yet what it is you want?" I think I have a little bit of everything, the biscuits and the meat, whatever helps me to forget about these things that brought me to my knees. So pile on those mashed potatoes, how about an extra chicken wing? 'Cause I'll be having a little bit of everything. scheduled in the fall. Her man walks in and says, baby, can I just make one quick observation? You don't seem to be having any fun at all. She says, well, you can just worry about your groomsmen and your shirt size. And rest assured that this is making me feel good. I think that love is so much easier than we realize. If you can give yourself to someone, then you should. 'Cause it's a little bit of everything. The way you laugh, the way you wait. It's feeling up way before you, so I can just sit there and watch you as you wait. So on that day in late September, it's not just some stupid fucking ring. I'll be getting a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. The matador and the bull. It's the suggested daily dosage. It's the red moon when it's full. All these psychics and these doctors, they're all right and they're all wrong. It's like trying to make out every word when they should simply hum along. It's not some message written in a bar. It's the truth that no one's seen. Just a little bit of everything. We got a couple more for you. Are we still in this thing together? You still feeling good? Trying to be the fire, lighting on the way. Trying to be the fire, wild with every taste. Trying to be the fire, lighting on the way. Trying to be the fire, wild with every taste. With one eye open, I'm writing you this song. Ain't no funny how some people pop into you that so easily. I haven't seen you in there for so long. I hold the life without a chaperone is what you thought it'd be. Hope your brothers help and be no rush forever. Hope the world sees the same person that you always were to me. And may all your favorite bands stay together. Thank you all so much. It's a pleasure being with you tonight. We'll see you down the road. We got one more song for you. There's curfew, but I'm personally giving you guys permission to enjoy this next song for maybe the first time in your lives. I hate New York City. It's cold and it's damp, and all the people dressed like monkeys. Let's leave Chicago to the Eskimos. That sounds a little bit too rugged for you and me, you bad girl. you keep coming back. Get home safe, everybody.